Hello, my name is Kelsey Sudol, and I am a natural resource specialist for the Northwest Conservation District. In this video, we will highlight an upcoming project that the district is working as a partner on. However, the footage used is courtesy of the Lake Warmog Task Force, for whom I am also the research assistant for. The footage shown highlights the work that I do to help the task force monitor Lake Warmog, as they have done for over 40 years. And it also serves as an example of the work that will be done on another lake in the northwest corner, Lake Womanska-Pomek in Salisbury. In 2022, NWCD was able to help the Lake Womanska-Pomek Association write a grant to the Northwest Community Bank in order to purchase water monitoring equipment, specifically the YSI Pro Quattro handheld. This comprehensive multi-parameter water quality instrument, plus 100-foot cable, can measure temperature, conductivity, dissolved oxygen, and pH and ORP, or oxidative reductive potential. To use the YSI, you lower the sensor down into the lake and take a data point every meter until the bottom. The associated program will then create graphs of the various collected parameters to represent what the water column looks like. The equipment will be used to establish a volunteer lake monitoring program, which will then supplement bi-yearly data collected from a consultant. The proposed equipment will be used weekly throughout the summer, with a planned rotation of boats from volunteers. Next year, NWCD will help the association train with their new lake equipment. The data that will be gathered can lead to better lake management planning, projects to improve shoreline protection, and to advocate for sound local land use planning. This consistent data will help establish long-term trends, how the lake reacts to large stimuli such as droughts and large storm events as well. Lakes have ecological memory. What happens one summer can affect how they will set up and act in the following year. Having consistent data every year can inform you of your lake's current behavior so you can adjust your lake management accordingly. Another lake sampling method that will be used by the association is called the Secchi disc. This black and white disc is lowered down into the water column until you can no longer see it. You then raise the disc until you can see it again and repeat this process a few times. The length of the rope in the water is called the Secchi depth, and it tells the clarity of the lake. Clarity can be negatively impacted by the amount of algae or cyanobacteria in the surface of the lake, but it also can be affected by nearby construction or watershed uses adding excess sediment into the lake. Checking this simple data over time can give you an overall trend of your lake's water quality, though it can vary from year to year. Typically, if you see a trend over time of decreasing Secchi depth, or the Secchi disk disappearing quicker or closer to the surface, then you may see an overall decrease in water quality. An increase in Secchi depth, or the disk disappearing deeper into the lake, could mean an increase in water quality. What is important to remember is that you need as much data as possible to get a real idea of what is happening in your lake. Lakes are complex systems, and you need as many parameters as you can to understand their behaviors. Having the Secchi disk, along with the parameters from your YSI, gives you a glimpse of what your lake is doing. This data is a snapshot in time, but picking out these trends can help you understand how your lake is adapting to various conditions and allow you to adjust your lake management accordingly. Something important to note is that in-lake data and lake management is best done with watershed management and vice versa. Often we think of these concepts separately, the watershed versus what is occurring in lake, but they're intrinsically connected, and the water quality of your lake will be at its best when both are done accordingly. Implementing LID or low impact development in your watershed, decreasing nutrients in your stormwater runoff, and managing the land use in your watershed all can have positive impacts on the water quality you are detecting in your lake. Overall, NWC is very excited to aid the association in their volunteer monitoring program and look forward to working with them to get more consistent lake data.